Hello, my Inkie friends. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Inkie Piggy.
We haven't talked to through the magic mirror for a while, so let's see, because it's a quiet night. We'll fool around a little bit. We'll fool around, okay? Melissa and Dana and Karen and Ruby and Cheryl Davis. I haven't seen you in so long. And Mary and Heather. Heather, the other Heather. And Mary and Karen. Hello, hello, hello. I see Karen and Mary, and I see all my Inkie peeps. How is everybody? I have something fun. I have a fun reason to make cards. And I got, if you're just tuning into the replay, you can skip forward 8 minutes because only the cool kids hang out for this stuff. If you want to know what this is, then you're gonna have to stick around. Oh, child, someone just made me a matcha. She's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, she's crossing her fingers. It's the first time she's made it. I taught her how to make the matcha like Starbucks. I bought the strawberry syrup. It's delicious. I bought the strawberry syrup off of Amazon. The sugar-free strawberry syrup. And I couldn't get it in clear. I got it in red. So when you mix it with green matcha, you guys know what red and green does, right? So it's kind of like kaka matcha, but it tastes like strawberry. And I put a little vanilla and some matcha that I get at Superstore because dang, that stuff is not cheap, but neither is going to Starbucks every day. So, and this one's less calories because the Starbucks version has the sugar syrup and this one is the sugar-free syrup. So thank you, Angelina. Angelina is packing up little packs of embellishments right now. I've got some exciting stuff for you guys tonight. But before I get into all of that, I have to tell you, if you were here, whoa, I almost just stopped streaming. Wrong one. How about we go here? Whoops, that's close. If you guys were here a couple of weeks ago, Simon popped in. And he usually, hello, Rosie and Barbara and Melissa K. He usually has ulterior motives, and I did get a video message from him the very next day or the day after, not long after, asking me if I wanted to see if I wanted to play with his new products. So they're all in here. I can't show you, silly, but they're all in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things, and oh, they're not launched yet, but he sent them to me. I mean, they could accidentally roll out. Oh, they rolled out. Oh, but you can't see. Okay, that's all right. Whew, that was a close call. So, Simon sent my Inkie fingers some things. Now, tonight, I have a card kit, a My Inkie Fingers card kit. Not a class, nothing like that. I just threw some stuff together. And I was looking couple weeks ago, and I saw that the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village Society, I guess, has a Vintage Day. It's called Vintage Day on June 25th. And I'm going to challenge everybody out there because it's a Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village put on by them. It's a Vintage Day for June 25th. I want to challenge everyone, and I'm going to repeat this many times. Hello, Chris Hartley. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to repeat it many times during the stream. I want to challenge you to send some cards of encouragement or welcome to your local agency that might be helping Ukrainians come into the country. I don't know what the process is in the United States. And if you are an Inkie friend and you would like to send the cards to me, I would be more than happy to take them to the Newcomer Center or the Canadian Catholic Immigration Society, which is what I worked with to bring, I worked with them to find the Ukrainians that they brought. But I thought it was kind of a fun holiday, Vintage Day, not a holiday per se, a national day. Well, it's not even a national day, it's a Ukrainian day. So, or tag Yana on a card, put it on Instagram because she's from the Ukraine, tag it June 25th. Ukrainian Vintage Day, okay? So I would love for you to mail the cards to me if you wanted to. If you would like to, hello, Creative Cindy. If you'd like to mail the cards to me so that I can donate them on your behalf, make sure you put on the back made by your first and last name, or your at Instagram, or whatever, your Facebook name, because someone might reach out just to say thank you. But I will take a photo of every card that I get, and I will show you guys, okay? Somehow, some way. I'll either put them on my Facebook page, or I'll roll them through the video with everybody's name. So if you want a little moment on the My Inkie Fingers page or YouTube channel, then send me a card, and I will take those in to probably the Canadian Catholic Immigration Society. Because I know where they are. So I'll just make sure I take them all there. But with that being said, I have the cutest dang little vintage kit. If you like the ephemera packs I've been putting together, then you're going to love these, because this one, the backgrounds are very similar to that of Paris with Love. So if you're on a tight crafty budget, you can go ahead and pull those out, pull out your Paris with Love. But I listened, because so many of you guys have said to me, can I make die cuts to match the ephemera? So I did, but I went a step above, and I made a card kit because I threw in some embellishments. Okay, so this is one of my own mixes, but it's got, here, I'll just show you. I'll just pretend I'm doing an unboxing. So it's got all kinds of pretty flowers in pinks and burgundies, a little bit of oranges. It's got some nice teal in there that I love on this vintage paper. This one's upside down. And I want to point out something to you guys. I just learned, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but I only just learned this since I've been printing papers for these ephemera digital papers, if you will. There's two more, but I'm using them tonight. But I learned that accent is not a true 8.5 by 11. It's a tad bigger. So if you end up getting one of these and you've got a little bit of white, that's just because you got a true 4.25 by 5.5 plus a little bit, okay? So I was trimming those off. Oh my gosh, it is so painstaking for me. So I'm not trimming them off anymore. There's a little bit of white. You've still got the proper size. You may just have, and frankly, most people are going to trim this down smaller anyway, because that's a full card front size there. So those are the actual cardstocks. And then there is a whole bundle here of die cuts, okay? So everything from standalone, I call these standalone because I kind of pictured, there's one more, I'm going to use it tonight, but I kind of pictured these as being more like go on the card like this, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like you start from there. And then some little thingies for your sentiments. I've got some little backgrounds on them, tags. Now, of course, you'll either put a hole in here or not. You may want to just stick it on there like that. It looks like it has a brad in it, but you do you, boo. And these were kind of like an ATC size, and I didn't like that size. So I'm just going smaller, I guess. So yeah, there's a whole bunch in here. I mean, it's just tons and tons. If you're not into die cuts, don't worry. You can pick up just those, or you can not pick them up at all and use your Paris with Love, or use whatever digital paper you have, because I'm just going to throw together some things, and I'm going to do a whole lot of all kinds of stuff on one card tonight. Well, I'm going to do a few cards, but I'm going to do a whole bunch of techniques on each card. Now, I've got some really cute embellishments here that really match. Let me pull out one of these papers so you can see how pretty these match here. Let's pull out these two. Oh, we'll pull out three. I just love this tealy background. So we've got some yellows to kind of a pop of color, some of those teals, and then some clears and some silvers, and they're just, oh, look at this. Doesn't that just match like so perfectly? So that's the little embellishment set that goes in there. Now the kits are limited to however many sets of embellishments I have, which is not very many, okay? So they're limited, and I will pull the kit once the embellishments are gone, okay? So that's why the embellishment's not up on their own, because I wanted to give people fair chance to get the bundle at a savings on the kit, okay? So the kit is linked down below, down in the basement, down the stairs. You got to go down and then turn and go down again and like right past the beets. Don't take the pickles because I'm running low on pickles. So they're downstairs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some crackle on here because I'm going to show you guys a product tonight that you've never, well, I'm not going to say never, but it's not likely you've seen me use, because I have a dupe for, I'll show you. 1 second. I have a dupe for Rangers or Tim Holtz. It's all the same. Texture paste. I'm not throwing shade to anybody, but I am sick of this happening to me. And if you're sick of this happening to you, then if you're an Inkie bestie, you already have a solution, because part 1 of our 3-part distress series was all of my dupes, okay? The dupe for the wax. What do you call that stuff, Heather? That waxy stuff. You know, you rub it on your envelopes.
I don't remember.
Distress glaze. That's it. And this, and I was trying to get a dupe for the crackle paint. I think I have been successful. We'll see. I can't say because that's going to be in our next video. But this here, crackle paste. Oh, no, that's crackle paste. I'm going to use that. But this here, crackle. Anyway, this one's the crackle. I pulled it out because I'm tired of all of my pastes drying out on me. So Golden Light Modeling Paste is what I'm going to use. But I'm going to tonight use this crackle paste because I don't know. I can't say if I've truly found a dupe or not for it. I can't say yet because we have paid members that are in the classes for that. So I will go through that in the next class, but we will see if I was able to successfully. This is the one I'm trying to really dupe, okay? Because this, I don't know if you picked this up and used it, and I love the concept here, but I find that the crackle just isn't there. I've tried it thin, I've tried it thick, I've tried it on dark, I've tried it on, and then I actually made a card. I made a Simon Says stamp card. You guys probably saw it on my blog. It's got the little window, and I wanted the crackle in the window, but it just, my expectations, I guess, were probably too high for it. I don't know. So that's the one I'm trying to find a dupe for, and hopefully I can inadvertently get a dupe for this one. We'll see. But I am going to put some crackle on here right now. This is the crackle paste translucent, and it's, while it's a paste, it's not completely like, you know, clear like that other one is. But what I want to do is, and I finally got these on the website, you guys. So they're finally up there. The Inkie Pastes and More Distress Spatula. Love this guy. But I want to do this kind of a little thicker in some spots, thinner in others. And just a tip, if you grab some water, which I probably put back. Where'd my water? There it is. Spray the back. Then you won't get too much curling, right? So there, it flattened itself out. So there is that. I want that to dry. Actually, let's put a little bit more. Just put a little bit more over here. There we go. Maybe a little bit more in here. So yes, I'm not trying to throw shade, but the product here tonight that I want to use, that I showed the members in the first class for a dupe for the Ranger or Tim Holtz Distress Paste. This one has a shelf life of 5 to 7 years, okay? 5 to 7 years is a long time. And I got this in January 2022. I do the, why not, right? Everybody does it. And I don't push this down because it's impossible to get all the air out of there. It's absolutely impossible. So I don't try and push it all down and, you know, get it all into my product. But this stuff is as creamy today as it was the day I got it, and I've had this for over a year. I love this stuff, and I actually got talking to the guy at the store just recently because I remember when he sold me this, and I actually had taken in my paste, and I was telling him what I was trying to, you know, duplicate, and he goes, oh, well, first of all, this stuff will last you 5 to 7 years. I'm thinking, if this has a shelf life of 5 to 7 years, I'm going to be scraping it out of there before it's dry. He goes, yeah, pretty much. And when I talked to him last week, or the week before when I was there, I said, I didn't believe you. And sure enough, it was true. So I linked this finally for you guys. I've never linked it before today. Golden Light Modeling Paste, okay? You can get it at your local art store. You can get this on Blick. Now, yes, there's other molding pastes out there, and I've tried a couple different ones, but this one, I like the results of this one. I like that it peaks. It does everything that you would expect the Ranger product to do, except it's exponentially cheaper, and it'll last you exponentially longer. So that's a bonus. So don't put it in a smaller container, okay? Because I actually remember, I don't know how long you've been watching me, but I got those little containers with little gold lids. They were really cute because I thought, you know, it's less on my workspace. And the ones I put in there, I had about a quarter left and it dried out. So I don't know if it was the container that just wasn't very good or whatnot. Leave it in the container they give it to you in. If you want it to last, leave it in here. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to take this guy, which, hold on, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. There was another dupe that I did in our class, and I actually was kind of surprised. I pit 5 different products against each other that are in this line here. Let me show you. Now, I won't show you the results paper, but I will show you the product I was trying to replace, which is Distress Collage Medium. Not replace, but I wanted to see, was it the best? And if you're in the class, then you saw with your own eyes, this actually had the highest gloss. It had the highest viscosity, meaning you could really easily see all of your paintbrush marks in it. And I used the exact same paintbrush for all of the tests. So I was really surprised that this one you have to work so much harder to get a nice matte finish, because sometimes you want to get a nice matte finish on your cardstock in order to do other mixed media, right? So I pitted against a bunch. Let me just read the ones I did. I won't show you the results because that's not fair to everybody that paid for the class, but I'll do a video on this at some point. Liquitex Golden, Liquitex Gel, and Mod Podge. And would you believe Mod Podge was the best one, in my opinion? Anyway, you'll have to wait for the video, and we all know what that's like, right? Lord knows when that's going to come about. But I'm going to Mod Podge this piece here because there's something I want to do to this. So it's pretty much as simple as spraying the back, because again, same like with that thing, right? And then coming in, and I'm using a Royal and Langnickel because I've replaced all my Royal and Langnickel paintbrushes with the Princeton Selects. Words are hard. And this stuff here, let me tell you, you get a beautiful matte finish, and it's streak free. You cannot see one of the lines in the brush. It's almost like it's got like some kind of leveling agent in it. I don't know. I love it. So you're going to see me using a whole lot of Mod Podge because it'll do everything that does, right? So there you have that, money saver. Now, there's some things we just can't dupe, but if we can dupe some things to save some money, then I'm all about that, right? So this one I've already done, and this one I've already done. So I want to, let's do this one first. This one, I want to add some of this golden, but I'm going to use up this. I've got in here a mixture of all kinds of things. I've got embossing powder. Let me see. I think I might add another color in here. Oh, I might have already pulled it out. No, I did not. I want my Nouveau one. Where's that Nouveau one? I have a really nice green in Nouveau, but And we'll just go with what we have. So I'm going to put some paste down in the corner here. And then I want to put this stuff on it. And this should be fun because I got a fan going. Feel free to... Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the train. Just a second. I forgot to trim my paper. Let me wipe that off. Good thing I have some matte Mod Podge on there. It's easy to wipe off. So this here, you'll see it's got that little bit of white there. It's because the paper is bigger than 8.5 by 11. So don't worry. All you got to do is take a 1/16 off of each side, and you'll end up right at your 4 1/8 that you can use to mat, okay? There, and then this one, we want it 3/8. So I'll take off a 1/16. And then on this side, I'll take off a 1/16. So you can trim it. Or you can use it as your entire card front. So I figured I'll cut it big for you so that you can decide what you want to do. Okay? So there's that. Oh, let's do the other one while we're at it. Because you know what? I'll probably forget. And I think I'm going to just cheat here and just cut an 1/8 off that end. This one I wanted to be a little more particular because it had some black on the sides. So I didn't want to lose that. And this, I think I'll just cut an 1/8 off of this side. Do you hear those girls? They sound like they're murdering each other. Can you guys hear them? Hi, Lee. And Terry. Terry, I think the product is fixed. I just haven't had a chance to test it yet. So I got an email last night, and I should address, I've actually been not in the studio all week. I had a severe asthma attack earlier in the week. Thank God my doctor got me in because I would have been 20 hours in the ER. So if I seem a little bit shaky and wiry today, I am, because I'm on 2 different steroids. And I got up Tuesday and I didn't sleep all Tuesday night. And no, what day is it? I don't even know. I was up for more than 24 hours on these steroids. So if I start coughing, it's a combination of things. Todd was sick, so I got sick. It moved to my chest. And that was really, I was suffering with that. And then the smoke moved in, which everybody knows what that does for people who have heart and lung issues. So I had a massive asthma attack. I honest to God was crying. I thought I was going to have a heart attack or a stroke, or my lung was going to collapse or something. Thank God my doctor got me in there. It pays to make your doctor's office Christmas and Easter and all those cards, right? Because, yeah, thank God they got me in, because the ER, I would have been there for God knows how long. So if you see me say excuse me and I mute and I'm like this, it's because I'm having a coughing attack. So I'm doing significantly better than I was, though, thank goodness. So anyhow, I just want to put a little paste on here. Which one of the card is this? This one, I don't even know which is which. I'm just going to wing it, really. I'm just going to put my stuff on how I want it and go from there. So this here, golden, I always call it molding paste or modeling paste. Sorry, modeling paste, but it's molding paste. I always call it modeling paste. I don't know why. But I'm putting it on a little bit thicker because I like those little hills and valleys and stuff. And the nice thing when you have this, you can just flip that over while you're not using it too, because I'm going to take a break from that for a moment. And let's flip right over to this one while my thingy is still wet. And this one I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to kind of curve it a little bit on this one. Of course, I put that in the water, but that's okay. A little water in here won't hurt anything.
Well, while you're doing that,
yeah,
chime in on some housekeeping. Make sure that you like the video.
Thank you.
Make sure you're subscribed. Check and make sure you're subscribed, because sometimes we think we are and then realize we actually aren't.
Yeah.
And set the reminder bell so that you're notified when we are on live.
Thank you.
When the video is coming out.
And if you're watching the video and wondering why you can't chat, it could be because you're not subscribed. If you can chat, you're subscribed. Because I have it set to people can only chat if they're subscribed. You have to be an Inkie friend to have the privilege of chitty chat. What you looking for, honey? No. Oh. Huh? What? Oh, Wilbur's. Yes. We're packing product right now. So we're packing little pink Wilbur's because there's always a pink Wilbur. Oh, okay, here. So this is what I want to do now. On these, or maybe I'll do it on one and not this one so you can see the difference. That's what we'll do. Where's that thing I opened? Here we go. So here, let's get my little spoony spoon and another piece of paper like this. And I want to spoon out some of the embossing powder just to get a little bit here and there. Not a lot. I know it looks like a lot, but oh, I'm doing the spoon upside down. I scooped it 2 times with an upside down spoon. Way to go, Cindy Lynn. Way to go. You're a champ. Okay, and then I want to I put some of this foil, you know, this stuff here from Michael's. I put it in my dedicated coffee grinder because I wanted it smaller. So it's kind of flying everywhere because of things, you know. We got fans on and stuff, but maybe I need some bigger pieces. I wanted some little pieces, but maybe I need some bigger ones. It's so clumpy, this stuff, though, and I want the blue, but I can't find any more blue in it. Just want to kind of put some here and there and everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. So apparently, if you're from Canada, if you're from Alberta, and you're up north Alberta, hearts and prayers and everything out to you guys, because I said to my doctor, I said, good God, I can't even imagine what I'm going through. Imagine that these vulnerable people that live up where the fires are. Good grief. I mean, the elderly, children, babies, people with asthma. It's really, really bad. And apparently the smoke is reaching as far as Ontario. Kimberly, is she here? Kimberly.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, Kimberly's up. Well, I just said up, and everything went. I said up a little too with poppy. There was a little bit too much pop in my pee, so everything's everywhere now. Oh man. Oh, fine. Be that way. Okay, let me see how. Oh, I'm just gonna have to get the vacuum out. I'm just gonna smoosh it all in if I do that. Okay, hold on. 1 second. This stuff. Whew. I got a little burst of whatever it was I vacuumed up last time. I think that happened last time I did that too. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I just want to kind of embed these down a little so that they kind of stick there, and then give it a little shake. All right, so it won't look as much of a hairy mess in a few, but open up this little jar again, and we shall save all of that back in there. Minimal waste, except for the poppy peas. We get waste on the poppy peas. Alrighty. So there's that. Now, our crackle. Oh, I should have matte Mod Podged it, and I forgot. So some of my crackle's going pink. I'm going to go with it. But some of it's a little bit pink. So I don't get that problem with crackle paste, but it's probably why I didn't think of it. Okay, so this one won't take long to dry, so we'll move that to the side. Now, I've pulled out my Distress Oxide and this guy, and I'm gonna light some candles because I wanted to do a fun little wax pour. You don't have to have wax to do this. Don't have to have wax to make a pretty card. I'm just putting everything on here because I have everything out. I've been doing all kinds of stuff last week. So what step do I want to take next? I have already embossed the word sweet from the Home Sweet, Hello Sweet, sorry, from Pink and Mame, but it's on white. So because I pulled out my swatches, I could see this antique linen distress oxide is kind of this color in here. So I figured, let's go with that. And the nice thing here, I can just go with my, I only have the oxide, which I'm okay with because I find it doesn't go on quite as dark as the Inkie one does. Well, mind you, I only have the re-inker, so maybe that's why, but I only have the oxide, so I'm using that. And then I shall take a baby wipe here. That one's wet. I want a dry one. Eat. Come here, baby wipe. There you go. Oh, missed them. Let's get the tweezers. Excuse me, that one snuck up on me. And I'm going to wipe this all off of the embossing. Sorry. I'm going to wipe it off of the embossing because ink or oxide ink will come off of that. So now my suite is the same color. Okay, so you don't always have to have the exact same color of regular cardstock. And speaking of regular cardstock colors, I mean, where are those cards? I wanted to show you. Oh, where did they go? Where's my, oh, they're there. There they are. Colored cardstock and ink on colored cardstock. I forgot to show you. This is the June class for members or non-members. It's a purchasable class. You can get the entire kit mailed directly to you. Or if you want to follow along with your own dies, or you have these dies already from Spellbinders, there's a downloadable version. So it'll give you a supply list and you can come to the class. You don't need to buy the kit. So those are both on my website. If you go to mikeyfingers.com and click shop. And if you want to see everything you missed in this distress series, or you're afraid of what you're missing, you can always get a free trial right down there, and you can watch 3 videos this month for free. Okay, and you'll see them long before it'll make it to my channel, right? So I'm just trying to get into the groove of regular videos again, and it's a struggle. So that's where all the videos are. Okay, so here, this is dry, and I'm thinking I want to tear this. So let's kind of have a peek here. I think I'm going to heat this one here first because I want to bubble this up a bit and get it a little bit more textury, if you will. Because when you heat embossing paste, it bubbles. Hello, Mary Ellen Ryan from Montana. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I gotta find my mouse so I can mute. I'm really struggling. My doctor gave me one of those flow vents for my inhaler. Now, a lot of this is the Tim Holtz embossing glaze, so it'll get nice and shiny, which I like. So there, let's put that one to the side. So I have this flow vent now, and he made me sit there in the doctor's office and take a puff and then breathe in 6 times. I thought I was going to pass out. I couldn't get deep breaths, but after an hour at the doctor's office, I was cleared to go home. I keep missing my hook to hang up my... Now I'm dropped my garbage. I was honestly going to cancel tonight, but I thought, no, I feel good enough. I'm okay. But I'm all over here now. Oh well, it's okay. I'm having the same kind of day that everybody else has had. I'm just having it live on YouTube. I got started, now I can't stop. Okay, so next step. I think what I'm going to do is kind of lay this one out because I want I need to remember, okay, Sweet is going over here. And I've already done my friend. So let's cut this one real fancy with a pair of Simon Says stamp scissors. I stamped this because I stamped it in VersaFine and I wanted it to dry. So I'm just going to, I stamped it on thick 120 pound accent cardstock, because that's what my card base is going to be. And I'm proud to announce I actually have card bases. I sat and folded a bunch of card bases last week. So I'm just eyeballing this. No fancy schmancy business going on here. All right, and if you came late, everything you see tonight is in a card kit down below. The paper, the die cuts, not the stamps and dies, but the paper and die cuts, and of course the embellishments. Don't forget those. This thing went flying. Did you see it? Okay, so I've got white on here, so I'm only going around the outside with this one because it's going to add a little bit of contrast here for Sweet Friend. Okay, so there's that one. And I've got a perfect spot in there to put. I actually have been drying some things. These are little leaves off of my, what's that tree called, Heather? My cherry.
Cherry.
My what?
Nanking cherry.
That's it. Thank you, Robin, Heather's husband, for telling me what it is. So I actually have been playing with drying stuff in my HTV Ront machine, my auto press. So the Cheryls of the world that have the Cricut version, I do these leaves. I don't worry about leaves kind of, even if they change their color a little bit. You got to be careful when it comes to flowers. Do it in like 10 or 15 second bursts, because I did this one for a minute and it burnt my edges. But I've been playing with that, and once I figured it all out, I'll let you guys know what my findings are. But I've been drying some flowers and stuff to use with my, either my glue gun or my, where's my little lighter? I had to buy this little thing to light these little candles, or these little wax seals or whatnot. So I've been kind of having some fun playing with all of these things. So I want to add a wax seal. And if you don't do wax, then that portion won't really apply to you. But if you do, then I've been actually making wax seals. And I'll show you actually what I've been doing for my upcoming market. Where's the little wax seal thing here? Oh. Let me grab these four. And this, so I can show. And this. I'll show you what I've been doing. Presentation's everything. Let me just set it up. So I've been making wax seal stickers. So a little envelope with a wax seal stickers. I haven't got my stickers. They actually just arrived today. So these little guys, right? And I have been making my own paper. See that paper? This little piece is here because I want to put a wax seal here and seal it. But that's the paper, and it's got dried hydrangeas. It's got pampas. This pampas grass doesn't belong there. Or maybe it does. I don't want to rip it off. There's one that doesn't belong here. It's supposed to go here. Maybe it's that one. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway, pampas grass and little hydrangeas. So I've been making those for my upcoming Lilac Festival, because that's where I sell my well, actually, Heather's going with me. So it's all about picking up the garbage I dropped. It's all about taking your handmade items. So this, I could put this on here like that if I wanted to, but it seems like really easy. Where's the other little piece that goes with this one? Right here. So there's this one. Maybe that one in behind, or maybe this way. No, I like it the other way, in behind. I think I'm going to tear this. I'm going to tear it. Now, if you tear towards you, you expose the paper.
Take a sip.
You don't, yeah, getting too dry. Thank you, Cindy. You can pick up this pack of ephemera style cardstock in my shop on its own or in the kit. It's all linked down below for you. But it's very, and if you have Paris with Love, it's very similar. You could always play along with that one. It's another one of my sets. So here and now, I kind of want to preserve some of these leaves. So I'm going to tear really closely there. And come in. And I want this to kind of look a little more wonky, right? Like that. Up around that leaf. Dip down in there. Come back up. I apologize. I am very affected if you're coming late with all of the smoke and all the things right now. And I think I'm finally over the chest infection Todd gave me. But it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest, because I'm just still so tight. But steroids and prednisone. When my doctor said prednisone, I said, great. I said, well, we don't need a house cleaner this week because the whole house is going to be clean. The yards, the neighborhood, the cars. Like, I don't know if you've ever taken prednisone, but for me, I'm just like, wee. And I took it as soon as I got it because I needed it. And oh my gosh, I had been up I was up all night, Tuesday night. I was up all day Wednesday until about 6 o'clock. I fell asleep for about an hour. And then I was up again. And I finally fell back asleep around midnight. So I was up wired. But problem was I couldn't clean because I couldn't move. Every time I moved, I couldn't breathe. So I was like, this is not working. I might even tear this a little bit, you know, just to kind of like give it like a matchy. Oh, this is upside down, first of all. Actually, here, let's go. When this dries, I want to rub this here over top of my white too. Yeah, it's not dry yet. I want to rub that over top of there to kind of tone that down a bit. And then I think I am going to, I don't know if I want to tear it. Maybe I'll leave it and go like, now I don't know what I want to do. I could put one of those words on here, like my friend. Oh yeah, there. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll do my friend. Should I have left it white? Let me look. I'll grab another one. That's the beauty of having more. Now I'm feeling like I probably should have left it white. This one's pretty too. Doesn't have as many flowers in it though for this particular thingy. I think I should have left it white. Like that. And then we're going to do my friend like that. And then I can do a seal all up here. Or I go like this. Oh, I can't decide now. This happens to us too. This is why a lot of creators don't do live videos. Well, guess what? At least you get to see authentically where I struggle. Changing my mind. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to fussy cut the white off. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want any white on here. And I had actually contemplated not doing an outline on these because the outline is so small that my machine struggles. But nevertheless, I thought no, because some people will want the white, because especially if you get these standalone, the dies, which they will come up standalone when I put all my standalone dies on my website. They're just not there yet. But you can do them on white paper, right, on your white card fronts. So I thought, no, I'll put the little, and I know you can't see, I'm just fussy cutting all this white off of here because fussy cutting doesn't bother me. And if fussy cutting doesn't bother you, I'm going to let you in on a little something. Every now and again when I have a misalignment on my dies, I save it because it's not cut into the image, but the alignment is just not satisfactory for me to sell it. So I'm going to list all of those at a significant discount if you like fussy cutting, because you can pick up all those dies and fussy cut the whites off them. So keep an eye for those and then you'll know what I mean. Yeah, I like that way better. Okay, but I am going to distress this with some vintage photo. Let's see if I have enough on here. I do. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I want. Now, I won't throw that other piece out because it'll just live in there with my dies. And one day it'll be like, oh, perfect. So I can use it again. I thought it's what I wanted, but I changed my mind. And I reserve the right to change my mind. They taught us that in How to Be a Woman 101, grade 1. First class we ever took. How we reserve the right to change our minds. I want to see thumbs up for everybody who agrees. And thumbs up on the video too. And the nice thing is even after you do your little Mod Podge, you can still put your distress around there. So, she's singing over there. Okay, there. I like that now. Okay, so this is going to go here. This is going to go here. Oh, I heard a boing. I heard a ding. I heard a ding ding. Oh, maybe there. Yeah, that's where I like it. Okay, let's do my friend because it's already... Oh, I'm going to have to be very careful that I don't touch it, though. Because it's going to be... We got candles going here. We do. Okay, and I'm going to give you guys a tip, something I learned here along the way in my endeavors with wax. I did a real time for all the besties there, just a pop-up real time, and I'm going to do another one here next week. It's easier for me to do a real time with you guys, but Heather,
we were just talking about all the fires between BC and Alberta and stuff. Blue is right in the fires in northern Alberta.
Oh my God.
So,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
she's surrounded by them.
Oh my God. I don't know anybody that is like affected right now. Well, now I do. Prayers to you, my Inkie friend. Good grief.
Yeah, that's
Oh my gosh.
Getting the smoke from Fort St. John, and I said, yeah, that's where my sister was, and they got
I
evacuated.
may not even put that on there now. Doesn't just throw me off. Maybe I'll put it on the inside. I just couldn't even imagine the horror. Let's heat this so that it dries. I got plenty of time. But I'm going to use this gun because this one doesn't curl as much. How many packs of those embellishments did you pack out of all that? Did you count? Angelina was packing up the embellishment mix for the card kit. The ephemera kit. I can't even imagine. We have friends in Grand Prairie, and I've been asking Todd how they are, and he hasn't heard. That's Ukrainian. English? Okay. She told me in Ukrainian. I don't speak Ukrainian. So in case you missed the beginning, I want to reiterate. I am making cards for Vintage Day. It is on June 25th. It is a holiday put out, or excuse me, it is a day, not a holiday. It's a day put out by the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village in Ukraine. It's called Vintage Day. So that was the whole premise behind the vintage kit, the vintage paper, the vintage yada yada. And I wanted to challenge each and every one of you. I am a host family for Ukrainian war refugees, and not everybody can have someone in their home. And while I understand that, I encourage you and I challenge you to make a card and send it to your local agency that is assisting Ukrainians in fleeing Ukraine. If you don't know of one, you're more than welcome to send the card to me. Reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, email. I will give you an address to send it to. I will photograph every single card and recognize every single one of you that send a card, and I will take them to the Canadian Catholic Immigration Society, which is the agency that I used to find the Ukrainians that we're hosting. So a card of encouragement, a card of welcome, card of whatever. You can put whatever sentiment you want on it. And as you can see, I'm only doing sentiments on these cards tonight, giving you some examples with lots of different techniques to make it super easy for you. So You don't even have to get all crazy and do coloring or yada yada, anything like that, okay? So now I'm going to use my little makeup brush and get rid of all of those extra pieces that are not stuck on to the embossing glaze, or what is it, my molding paste. So now it's just kind of like really pretty. I like that. Just keep...
Molding paste makes it sound like molding cheese.
Right?
Sounds wrong.
Okay, let's clean these up. Oops, don't suck up the sentiment. Be like, Wilbur! Okay. So yes, a newsletter is going to go out probably tomorrow with the information on this new kit that there's no class for. They can refer back to this video, but you saw it here first. So if you want one, the kits are limited to the amount of embellishment packs I have, which are not many. So don't hesitate. They're going out tomorrow. If you order one, it'll go in the mail tomorrow. All right. And if you have the hummingbird card kit, I will mail it all together for you. Okay. So you're getting one package. All right. Now our sweet and our friend goes on this one. I'm going to actually not use this because I'm going to do a little fancy schmancy business right here. I'm going to show you guys what I got, okay? Because this stuff is stunning. And I got to tell you, if you know, maybe help a girl out, okay? Because, let me flip my camera screen for a second here. If you know, tell me. I need some help because I went and bought this stuff, okay? Hello. I bought this stuff. This is a pampas grass that's been dyed purple and blues, all right? Very pretty. This here is a hydrangea. I've already gone through 3 of these. Woo! It just fell. 3 of these bulbs. This was dyed. This I got from Temu. But here's my question for you guys. This baby's breath had been dyed, and she told me it's a dip dye. So you dip, and then you leave it in the water for it to absorb, and then you hang it to dry, okay? So that's the baby's breath. So I took and bought some white baby's breath, and let me just show you the difference. This is their baby's breath. This is my baby's breath. Theirs. Let me get out of the way. Let me put it like this. Hold on. I got a better idea. Let me move this. Dang, that paste takes a long time to dry. Okay, let me try it like this. So here's theirs. Okay. Oh yeah, that's better. So there's theirs and there's mine. So it's, I don't know. I'm going to try and re-dip it when it's dry because it's looking very pathetic. I don't want to throw it away, but if you know the art of dyeing the baby's breath, please share. I would love to hear, but I am going to take out the red and let me flip my screen again. Oh, I got baby's breath everywhere. I told Todd he had to go and buy me for Mother's Day nice flowers I could press and dry. So I bought a flower press, and I have spent, is Todd anywhere around? I have been not able to leave my chair for 2 days. So I placed not 1 but 2 Temu orders, totaling over $300. So you can imagine how much stuff that is. Plus Amazon, I won't even tell you how much that is. It's like I just kept falling deeper and deeper. And I was so deep that I couldn't get my way out, so I just checked out. It was the only way to get out. So, and then when you check out, of course they send you like, oh, well, you've earned this coupon and that coupon and yada yada. I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to spend some more money. So, anyway, dried flowers. I've been getting things.
Really had a comment on that. She asked, what did you dip it in? She said
Oh.
water, vinegar, and food coloring.
See, and I did water with the Distress inks because it's like I wanted to try to get nice colors.
But maybe the vinegar adds something to
Vinegar.
It. Try a little bit of vinegar.
White vinegar or malt vinegar, because I love me my malt vinegar, and I don't care if it smells like belly buttons. People are like, it smells like belly buttons. I'm like, I don't care if it smells like belly buttons. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to use some baby's breath. And I'm not getting rid of these little babies that fall off of them. I'm keeping those. Actually, you know what? That's a really good place to put them. What was that? Oh, I thought it was Todd or something. I'm like, did he hear? Did he hear? Am I in trouble? Actually, I have a whole little box. If you have a local, like, cigar shop near you, go in there and ask them to save you some boxes, and they will. So I asked them to save me some boxes. This is all my hydrangea petals that I just painstakingly cut them off one by one to make paper. But I have all my little, don't pop your peas, Cindy Lynn. Everything will go flying everywhere. I have some little pampas grass feathers in here that I want to add. Let's put those down first. There and there. And here. I want quite a few on this one. So this isn't necessary, but I'm kind of like loving this whole thing right now. Doing this with the wax. It's so satisfying and pretty. And I want to do a leaf, but we'll put the leaves down, or the leaves.
Leaves it under.
I watch this YouTuber, and he always says lifes. Like, he goes, what are we doing with our lives? I'm like, perhaps going back to school. Like, I love him to death. I can't stop watching him. But it's not lives. It's lives. Okay, there. So I'm going to put one leaf there so I can have multiple leaves. And one there. Let's put it stagger a little. Right here. We could even zoom. We could even zoom so you could really see. There we go. Because this is going to go here. So I'm going to get these all where I want them. And I might even, yes, I will. Let's grab a little bit of glue because it won't hurt. Yes, okay. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue. I can't see. Oh, I think it's coming out. A little bit under this side. Just enough to kind of hold the leaves, the leaves in place so that they don't move around. Let me make sure that's where I want them, my friend. Yes. Okay, perfect. Then we'll put these guys here. And what I've done is, damn, all my little babies fell off of this one. That's okay. There we go. Now, what I've done is I've already gone and picked out a few colors that match my page. So this color, and bronze, okay? So I'm gonna do one bronze. Oh, here's the tip. Here's the tip I learned, okay? So there's two different, this is not crackling at all, but okay, it is. But it's taking a long time. Okay, so when it comes to the spoons, I want to give you a tip, okay? This is my personal findings with my personal heating pots, okay? There's two kinds of spoons. There's the wide mouth spoon that's wide and not as deep. And then there's the deep skinny one. Deep skinny ones, I find when you pour, there's not as much circumference in it for the wax to start cooling off, so that when you're pouring, it wants to cool off and not run. You know what I mean? Because when you have multiple colors, you're pouring kind of with a little bit of precision. So with that being said, I have found that the deep ones, the deep skinny ones, how can you tell if you're looking online? Well, you can't. I mean, I can kind of measure this for you if you like. This one is 1 inch wide by 1/2 inch deep. So somewhere in that area. So if you're finding that your wax, and I don't get all the wax out of this, don't get me wrong. I get more wax out of this than I get out of a wide mouth one, okay? So that being said, I've also ordered on Temu, you guys will see, some new warmers, because they're all, like, it's like ornate almost. It's just there's no wood or solid or anything. It's just this piece of metal, and it's shaped like, I don't know, it's a design. It looks like metal lace, if you will. So there's nothing to, I don't know, I can see through it. I can see where my candle is, and I'm hoping that it helps reduce the amount of soot underneath my spoon, because the current ones I have, this one, do not drop wax on your project, and the Spellbinders one, they're flat. Therefore, there's no air coming out of the top when the spoon is in the hole. So I'm hoping that with a more open top, I'm going to negate a lot of that soot underneath my spoon, because I get it all over the place. Okay, so there's that. This, I'm going to put some dimensionals on it, but I'm not going to want dimensionals on this side because, of course, I'm going to pour. So I'm going to put, let's put 2 of the bronze, 1 of this very light yellowy gold, and 1 of this tealy blue. And when I put them like this, so that I have like separation between all of them. And that's going to go in there. And we'll give that a second to heat up. And we'll get some of our embellishments on there too. You can get a huge variety of the powdered colors for Ukrainian egg painting that would work just like food coloring would. Powdered colors. Ooh. I tried spraying them with my Distress stain. Actually, I used my Distress mica stain, which you can't see the mica. And where are those ones? Oh, I re-dipped them. Yeah, because I found, what a waste. All I had was a whole splatter box full of spray and nothing on the baby's breast. So that I kind of felt was a bit of a waste. So save your time on that. Don't spray them. But the girl did say, after you dip them, it's very important to, there it is. It's very important to put them back in the water for a day, 24 hours. That's what the girl at the store said. Another thing I want to tell you, when you are melting your actual wax, don't let it bubble, because when it bubbles your colors together and it just kind of looks like cuckapoo-poo. So don't do that. Excuse me. Woo! This one's all good and done. I dropped this on the floor and got Mika dog hair all in it. Angelina cleaned out all the hair for me. She's so sweet. Okay, so here, now I'm going to pour this very slowly here. There. And I got this one. It kind of looks like I don't know what kind of flower. It looks like
a Gerber daisy.
Okay, like a Gerber daisy. And then I want to give that a good squish and leave it. Patience. Patience is a virtue. I know you want to peeky peek and see, but patience is a virtue. So let's put this one to the side. And for the other one, where's my other card front? There it is. Let's move you over very carefully. Bring you in, and let's see what we want to do on here. We're going to do sweet friend. My sweet friend. And we're going to put our stuff down at the bottom. So this one I'm going to do with none of that stuff. So let's do the exact same colors, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we'll do 2 copper, 1 gold, 1 blue, and I'm going to put an extra blue because, yeah, I can, because I can. I wouldn't want to put more than 5 in there though. So that's done. So here now that it's all zoomed in for you, what I will do, well, I was going to color it, but I don't know where my marker is. One of these guys. I didn't link this, but they're in my kit.co under coloring and markers. Okay, so pump it a few times, get it going. And the idea here is just very lightly color against the top so that it just goes over top of the raised edges. And I don't color the outside when I have color. I don't color the outside often anymore. I don't really like it as much. I find I like it better when I don't color it. So, okay, I gotta keep an eye on that. I don't want it to overheat. We'll pull out some embellish, whatever you call these things, foam squares. Where's my sentiment gone? Where's my friend? There it is. Because I know the Ukrainians I'm giving these cards to, so, you know. Oh, now we got to pay attention because this side, let's put it right here so that we can see where our embellishments or foam dots are going to go. And probably a little tiny piece on the end. But that's going to be on this end when we flip it over, right? We don't want to put it on this end because when we flip it over, this is the end that's going to be exposed. So now that will just sit right like that. It's cute. I love it. Oh, this one's done. Let's bring this one in. And this one is just gonna go in the bottom corner. Right around here. And it kind of started to boil a little bit too much, but that's okay. I can't even blow these out. And then push this in. So shaky. Ooh. There we go, and leave it. Finish taking these off. And my crackle isn't quite dried, but I'll show you kind of my thought process on that card. Let's go up a little higher here. Let's go kind of like this, right about there. I'm not quite straight.
Come down a little bit. Can't see it.
Oh, I gotta zoom out. Ooh.
Ooh, don't knock that over.
Don't knock that over. Okay, honey, I'll see you later, alligator. She said in a wild crocodile the other day and goes, yes, I finally remembered it. You know what you could do too, if you wanted to, because you've got gold on here. It just occurred to me. You could go and just don't try and do it perfectly because it's vintage, right? Like, don't try and make it so that the same amount of gold is everywhere. If it's a little scratchy, oh, so be it. It's just kind of more organic that way. So just go like right around your edges. So if you look at mine, it looks a little thicker in some places than others, but it just occurred to me to do that. So I'm going to do it. Now, if I take my tweezers, I should be able to get this on here a little better. There we go. And I'll put this side on when I know it's straight. Oh yeah, I like that with the gold. Oh, why stop there? I'll get gold, I'll get a gold mat. I'll mat it with gold. That's what we'll do. Let me grab a piece right now. Piece of gold to mat. And I have one already cut. Isn't that perfect? So we'll mat this on gold. Like so. Did I? Oh, 4. It's 4. No, 4 and an 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is cut to 4 and an 1/8 by 5 3/8. Of course, I need to cut a new one, but that's okay. I'll cut it after. Now here, let's go. I didn't press as hard on one side, but that's totally okay. My flower is just going to look a little more organic. There we go. Perfect. And I could, if I wanted to, even bring my sentiment down to kind of hide that, but I don't want to.
Are you going to cut those 2 words in half, someone asked?
Which 2 words in half?
So it says my
Oh,
sweet.
sweet. Oh, my sweet. Oh, sweet, my friend. Didn't even occur to me at all. Gosh, I wouldn't have done that had you not have been here. Well,
someone had mentioned it and said, is she cutting that apart?
yeah, well, I wasn't going to, but, you know, now seeing as you mention it, like, if you really want me to, we'll do a little gold on this one, too. Just didn't even occur to me. Didn't even occur to me. I would have put my card together, and I would have been photographing it probably by the time I noticed that it said, sweet, my friend.
My friend, sweet.
My friend, sweet. Didn't even occur to me. Okay, a little gold around that one too. Why not? I'm not doing that one. That's way too much work to put all the gold around there. There we go. Now, I want to put these down so I can at least put some embellishments on them. So, this one, let's actually adhere this first to this one. After I've gone and taken it all off now. You get out of there. Sweet friend. That makes it perfect. Friend can go right there. Put a little blob here. Exactly where I want it. Yep, and a little blob here. And I'm only just putting the littlest bit because I'm going to reinforce it, excuse me, when I put on the embellishments, right? So maybe I'll sit now. That's it. I don't know why. I can't get that out of my head tonight. I've just got embellishments on the brain. The dimensionals. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel way back, like 3 years ago, I would always call those foam squares pop dots. It was so stuck in my head, pop dots. And I forever called them pop dots. And we all know they're not pop dots, but you know, that's what I wanted to call them. So this one, I'm going to just put the corner over there. And then put a few of these kind of strategically placed. And then I'll snip a few pieces off my end.
So Karen was asking, is it possible to trim the excess wax off around the flower?
Oh.
If you did the standalone, but not if one's done
Yeah,
paper.
do it on here and then cut it out. And there's actually, I want to show you guys, I saw on Instagram how to take the inside and embed it in a new wax melt. It's beautiful. So yes, you can put it on your Munchkin mat, and these Munchkin mats, I linked them for you guys. They are in my kit.co, but if you don't have a silicone mat, these are Munchkin silicone mats for kids, for their high chairs or they're at the table. They're just really thin, but I've been using these for so long, and I love them. So don't overlook the Munchkin mat. You get 2, a purple and a blue, and they're very inexpensive. So you can do it down onto your Munchkin mat. If you have the Spellbinders kit, you can do it onto here. And then, as a matter of fact, it's really quite easy. You just take a pair of snips like this, and you just cut your circle out. Done. Finished. I'm going to go over a little bit tonight, but I've got lots of things on these cards, so bear with me. But yes, summer is here. Spring is here. Start eyeballing your flowers and go and check out some how to dry flowers. I've seen microwave and press, and you know, The microwave is tricky too. There's a little kit you can buy to microwave your flowers. It's like $75 on Amazon. I was like, I'm paying no $75 for a microwave thing. I'll DIY one first. But patience seems to be the best way right now for people that just put them in a press and put them in there and leave them. So there's that one. I keep feeling like that one's crooked, but it's not. So let's put some embellishments on these because we got to bling them up a little. Even though they're distressed, you've got to put a little bling bling on them. And I happen to have this really cool tool for this kind of thing too. It's like a pick and poke. You can pick them and poke them and put them here and there and everywhere. And now this is where I struggle the most because I can never decide where I want all my stuff to be. I can never decide. I got way too many in here. I poured the whole thing in there. I don't need that many. I can't pick them up. Don't need to pour them all. But I got some flour in there too. One of my flowers I'm drying. My whatever you call that cherry tree thing. Heather knows.
Nan King.
Yeah, that's it. What she said. The Nan King. So you got some clear whites and some, let's put this one maybe over, maybe here. And yellows and some nice baby blues. Oopsie. Kimberly, I gotta mail, did I mail you the embellishments? I gotta mail you some embellishments. Kimberly won the embellishment giveaway for, I had a challenge on the Card Kit Crafters, and Kimberly won it. So I gotta send her. I need a big one. I never know where to put them, and that's why I like them when they're not adhesive, because I can move them around and kind of. I want to kind of get some in this area so it gets really reflective. Maybe one more yellow. How about right there? Okay, and then over here you'll see them a lot more. I'm poking myself with that every time I move. So we got some sequins without holes. I like to kind of do a little tuck on those. And maybe we'll offset that with one more on this side there. Then a yellow. Whoops, we got two. I only want one. A yellow. And we'll do a blue. Do I have a medium in this one? Yeah, there's my medium. Oh, it fell. This one right maybe there. No, it's too close to that one. This is my struggle. I will sit and mess with these for so long. I just like go and go and go, and then I'll put another one of these little rhinestone-y ones that's white clear, pretty much clear. There's a good assortment in here of all the little colors. One can go there. I think I need one over here, a blue one. So let's get one more, a large one. No, a medium one. This one. Oh, you're upside down. Let's put you up the right way. It's really hard to pick them up from your silicone mat. If you have noticed, I get down here and I play around. Try and keep them on a slick surface, because on silicone, it's like you're trying to pick them up with wax off the silicone. It's a little bit of a challenge. So try and keep them off of your silicone mat. Now, once you've got them all laid out, I might put a couple more on that one. All you're going to do, come and pick it up. I'm going to go the other way. Right hand for the glue. Pick it up. And excuse my shakiness. It's those steroids I'm taking for my asthma. And then with the pokey end, you can just kind of move it around and then press it down. And this isn't as pokey as a Cricut pick, so you're not going to leave little indentations on your nice little sequins that have those flat, shiny surfaces, right? So don't stress about that. And of course, I dropped it onto my, where I told you not to. I'm so shaky. I'm not picking them up very good because I'm so shaky and I'm not left-handed. And I just did again what I told you not to do. Where was that one? Maybe here? Oh my goodness. Okay, there. And this one I have 2. I don't want 2. I only want 1. So I'll pick it up from my hand instead of off. That's even more difficult because it doesn't have anything to hook onto. Put you back in here and then I'll pick you up. Of course you fell in there upside down. Pick a new one. I'm not left-handed. Where was this one? We'll go here. I'm making this look way more difficult than it is. There we go. There's one more here. One more right here. And then what I do is I just move it gently and then I flip it upside down to make sure I didn't forget any. So put that one to the side for a second. I feel like this one needs another yellow. And you have a good assortment in here so you can kind of go to town. Let's put that one there, but move this. Change it out for a small. I'm going to flip that over though. I'm going to do it on my self-healing mat. You can pick them up from a self-healing mat quite easily, but it is a little bit of a challenge if you're trying to pick them up off of silicone. So don't pick them up off silicone. Actually, that's kind of a cute one. Let's keep that. There's some flat sequins in there too. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's glue these guys down. You can come out. I think it's trying to stick to my paste. My paste wasn't 100% dry. There we go. And the if you like the blues that are, if you have the Wilbur Summer Mix, these are just a little lighter than the dark ones in there. But if you have those, you could probably get away with those on this cardstock as well. So you're kind of already halfway there. Or on the Paris cardstock. You can move before I knock you over, please and thank you. So I am going to announce the advent calendar of embellishments for Christmas in the newsletter I send out. I want to put out a feeler and see how many people seem to be interested in that. So I'll probably run a poll on my Facebook page. So keep an eye. Actually, maybe that's where I'll do it and not this newsletter, because I've got so many things to talk about tomorrow. I know I've lost one. There it is. Because this one was supposed to go here. So there's a whole bunch of things going on here, but if you're giving these cards out in person, don't stress about the flowers. And I'm going to show you guys another way down the road to get your flowers in the actual glue or wax or whatever, right? So that you can mail those cards. So keep an eye for me to show you that. But I do have to cut backgrounds, and I'm not going to make you wait for that, but I'm going to just cut 2 gold like this, gold backgrounds just like that, and put them on there. So let me just zoom in while we bid you all farewell and let you see kind of all of the, I'm not catching my embellishments. You have to wait for the pictures, I guess, on this one. This one you can see them a little better because there's not as much other stuff going on, but kind of cute. Vintage for Vintage Day for Ukraine. So this one here, it's not dry yet, though this takes a heck of a lot longer, but you can kind of see it starting to crackle. And my paste kind of did a little bit of this. It kind of went pinky in here, but then it dried and I can't even tell. So don't stress if you forget to put your, mat on your page first. Don't worry about it, right? So this was kind of going to be the same kind of thing, just here, because that's part of the die cuts, right? So you could do that in the middle. I'm going to do mine off to the side, and I'm just going to use my tin tile from the Geometrics and More My Inky Fingers stencil set, and I'm going to pick a color out of here, and how I'm going to do that is with my swatch book. So if you don't have, whoops, I almost clicked stop streaming again. If you don't have swatches, then it'll be a little difficult. But if you take this And you just kind of go along, and I'm probably going to go here with a Dusty Concord, because that really matches quite nicely, or a Seedless Preserves, or a combination of the both, or Seedless Preserves and maybe Broken China here, or Peacock Feathers, those two. You know what I mean? You just got to kind of play around, right? And that'll be my background. So I ran out of time to do that one, but you've got lots of different ideas for that. Again, it's for Vintage Day, which is put out by the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village in Ukraine, June 25th. I encourage you or challenge you to send a card of encouragement or welcome or something to your local organization that helps Ukrainians. If you don't have one, I would be more than happy to receive your card, take a photo of it, credit you. I'll probably do a scroll on YouTube or put it on the Facebook group, or excuse me, Facebook page, and with your names. If you don't want me to show your card and you still want to send it to me, put a note in it and say, please don't show my card, and I won't show your card. Or you can say, please don't say my name, it's anonymous, and then I'll just put your card was anonymous. Nobody will know who it was. I know a lot of people are not recognition driven. Like, I don't know many people that are, but you know, some people I hear are recognition driven. So if you're not, that's okay too. Reach out to me in email, Facebook, or Instagram, and I will give you an address to send that to. And yeah, that's all I got for you. So this kit is available with the embellishments until the embellishments are sold out, and then it will be gone. There will be no more. Okay. So with that being said, thank you for.
I have a couple questions.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask. I was just about to ask. Is there any questions?
Mary Ellen Ryan was asking about the tape on your magnets. Your washi tape. She was just wondering what that was around your magnet.
Washi tape from the washi shop. And if you go down to the bottom there to kit.co/myinkiefingers, go to my favorite shops and you'll see the washi shop. And I love their washi tape. I don't know where they went. Oh, these ones down here, wherever they are. Here they are. Yes. So this one is the Starry Night one. Here, let me show you. There's so many. Just pick your favorite and just roll it over a few times, over and over and over. I probably do it 4 times, but this stuff is amazing. But this is the Starry Night one. So from the washi shop. I don't know if they still have this one because they send me a lot of their washi tape and then it's gone. So pick any one that you like, but I highly recommend the washi shop. And I'm getting a lot of questions about washi tape and the pre-order and yada yada. And I'm going to talk about this in my newsletter tomorrow. So make sure you follow for the newsletter, okay? So that you get all the information on what's going on with that. Other questions?
Dana had asked about the requirements for cards, but I think you just went over that, so I think we're good there. And Creator Cindy asked what your tool was that you were using.
My pick and poke. Yes. And I should link it on every dang video. I think it is linked in this video. I think it's linked right at the top under my new products. I think I have it there. If not, it's on the shop page. Let me look here. I should link it more, but it comes with little covers, and I think my new one's pink inside. This one's my white one. I have a couple of them. Let me see. I think it's right at the top, Cindy. It's not there anymore. Good grief, woman. Yeah, it's not there anymore, but it is on my homepage on myinkiefingers.com. So, and there's replacement tips as well, but this is an amazing tool. I absolutely love it. Was there any other questions?
I believe that was all of them. Terry had just mentioned about the yearly membership, not on the site yet, but I think you talked about it earlier. You just hadn't tried it yet, so.
And that, Lee, was a brilliant idea. If you send me a card for the Ukrainians, I will make a YouTube short as long as I get 10 or more cards. So I know I have more than 10 Inkie besties that will send a card. And I have 2. So if I get 10 or more cards, I mean, this isn't Cards for Dad, where I got bombarded with almost 50 cards. So send a card. I will do a YouTube short. That's a brilliant idea. And I will kind of give the Ukrainian refugee center a plug, or excuse me, immigration center a plug, and fun reasons to make cards, because that's a fun reason to make a card for a Ukrainian for words of encouragement. I actually had contemplated sending them up north because I know there are so many displaced Ukrainians already, and they're new to Canada, and now they're displaced due to the fires. And we have Blue here tonight, who is from Alberta, and there's fires all around. I'm assuming they, them, he, she, how, I'm assuming it's a girl, woman, but whatever it is, our prayers are with you, our new Inkie friend. We hope that you are safe up there. Check in with us so that we don't wonder about you next week. But, would you like to say goodnight, Heather?
Good night, Heather.
It was only a matter of time before she pulled a Todd. Did I tell them my Todd joke last week, my dad joke that I came up with, that I saw on my own?
I don't remember.
How many Mexican men does it take to eat 20 tacos? Just one. Just one. Love tacos. Anyhow, thank you for joining me. Heather, did you laugh?
I did.
Did you laugh out loud or just silently?
I'm not a big ha-ha out loud laugher.
Okay, I can't see Heather's face right now, so okay, I'm gonna go before I have a spell here. But I don't know if we have a class this weekend. My calendar's all messed up. But if we have a class this weekend, I'll see you at class. I have a feeling we might. And if not, I'll see you when I see you, and I'll see the rest of you on Thursday. And it's a free trial to come and join us in those other videos all month. There's 3 of them. Free trial down there. So, and you save 15% on all the stuff here on my table tonight and the pick and poke. So until I see you again, take care and happy stamping.